Hey, this is Baseline. This is an example and a message to the San Francisco Police Department that they're really not liked by people. The cordialness that we give to them on the street when we see them because they have 9mm pistols, and when we talk and say hi, whatever, okay, does not leak over into private lives, okay? They're not our friends, all right? We cooperate and we say hi to them because they have guns. Now, I'm here in the hospital at UCSF. I just got my foot fixed so I can walk. And 2 days ago, I was wrapped up very nicely by nurses to go in and have a CAT scan. A very cold process that gets you through a tunnel that scans you. As I was getting there, as the nurses dropped me off in the queue, two police officers out of nowhere that I know, two gumshoes, who walked down Haight Street up and down and harassed me routinely with laughing faces, came and tore off all of the pillows, all of the blankets that were set up for me to go through the CAT scan. They were laughing about it. I said, "What the hell are you guys doing here? What's going on?" Their response was, with a laugh, "Oh, we're here to take pictures." Pictures of what? Okay? Pictures of what? There was no reason for that. There was no reason for them to be there. And I don't know what they were doing other than just being jerks, or they were drunk. So all they did was put another blanket over me, and then I went into the CAT scan, froze. I had to curl up into a ball, which ruined the scan. A very expensive process that thankfully yielded some information, so I didn't have to do it again. When I got out of it, they were gone. I have no idea why the fuck they showed up, what the fuck they were doing, why the fuck they were laughing about it, why the fuck they tore off all of my goddamn dressing, why the fuck they put just a little blanket over me, why the fuck they said they were going to take pictures. Pictures of fucking what? Private pictures of me in the hospital? Give me a break, okay? You don't want me to push this one too far, but I'm going to find out what these pictures were. Then yesterday, I get a phone call from a girl. Now, only one girl calls me here. It's my new girlfriend, Allie. And I expect calls from her. I love it. She calls me. She comes and visits me. And I've only known her a very short time. She called. I got a phone call yesterday, and I picked it up, heard a female voice, and I was like, "Hi, wonderful," and just went into my daily routine. Told her I had to do an MRI, and that I couldn't see her, and she couldn't come by because she wanted to come by and visit, which made me totally happy because we have a pretty good relationship going on. And I said, "Hey, maybe come by around 5 o'clock. That would be better, because then everything would be all wrapped up on that." Okay, so we hang up at 5 o'clock. In walks a female police officer, another gumshoe who I know on Haight Street. All right, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, I just came by to say hi. How was the MRI?" So it was her on the phone. She improperly identified herself. She didn't make it clear. They both have similar voices, and hospital phones suck. So she comes in, expecting to sit and talk. I don't want to talk to her. What is this invasion of privacy? Why does she think that she can show up? She thinks she's my buddy. All right, these guys, these other clowns, these other drunk cops coming in and tearing off the wrappings before I go into her C scan. She comes in, asks how my MRI is, so it's clearly her on the phone. He's like, "I called you today." I'm like, "No, you didn't." And then she mentioned the MRI, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I said I was radioactive." So it was her on the phone. She did not identify herself. She just showed up at 5 o'clock, and I said, there was a confusion here. She turned around and simply walked out. I tried to tell her that my wallet had been stolen, and I wanted to make a complaint. There was a police officer right there. She should have done it. Instead, she turned around and marched out like a little disappointed little girl who had just been dissed because someone that she wanted as a boyfriend had turned her away. Goodbye, Mr. Neal. Turned away, and I said, hey, you're not going to take the complaint? Didn't hear back from her. She walked down the hall. What the fuck is this bullshit? Okay, with cops coming in to hospitals. Hospitals are hard enough to deal with, all right? We don't need to have cops coming in pretending to be our friends, because you know what? They're not, okay? We're cordial to them on the street because they have guns and they tell us what to do, and we have absolutely no choice other than that. But invading privacy in a hospital, coming in like two clowns, taking pictures or whatever the fuck they were doing. No explanation at all given. And, another one showing up, not even identifying herself correctly on the phone, saying, this is Officer so-and-so. I just hear a female voice from the only thing I expect to hear on the phone. A female voice, my girlfriend, Allie. She comes in on her timetable that I said. And then is disappointed when I'm like, what are you doing here? Okay? This is bullshit. Okay? You're not liked, San Francisco police. All right? You're cops with guns. All right? You're not friends of us. You're not my friend. Okay? I'm cordial to you. We always get along on the street. There's never any problem. We have laughs. Okay? But when I'm in the hospital, I don't want you motherfuckers showing up, all right? You're not that close to me, and you're not ever going to be, all right? This is Baseline.